Imagine saying one sentence, and that sentence defines who you are as a person and how millions of people around the world perceive you. Because that's exactly what happened to Jaden Smith, the political economic state of the world guy. I'm sure most people have seen this clip. I've seen it on Instagram Reels like 100 times in the past year.
And I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of just selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
It looks so bad, and I'm not gonna go ahead and defend the clip in any way. And this man cannot escape that title. It follows him wherever he goes to this day. I'm sure most people have seen the clip, and even before this video, and it really started to take off a year and a half ago in the summer of 2022, and it just started to pull in millions of views, and I mean millions, of people re-uploading it again and again. This one clip is from a podcast, and this episode that he was on aired almost 6 years ago, which is crazy to see that still going on to this day. And this entire episode was only 50 minutes, and then you start to realize that this one 10-second clip is the only thing that really got shown a lot, and you just start to go, damn. Out of everything I said in that entire episode, that's the only thing that people took away. And to this day, you keep seeing that same clip plastered over the internet for years and years. I saw this paparazzi video a couple weeks ago of Jaden Smith. He was just casually with his friends on the side of a highway, and he wasn't saying anything, doing anything weird. He was just existing, and all the comments are just, he's probably thinking about the political economic state of the world. And it just made me realize how his entire image has completely changed, and he's just known as the political economic state of the world guy. And I'm starting to feel bad for him now. I mean, I would see the clip and I would just laugh at it because
Political and economic state of the world right now?
who says that? It's just really awkward. Now, even though all these years have passed, it's almost been 6 years, he cannot escape the wrath of the political economic state of the world. I'm sure if you're to go up to anyone now and you ask him, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jaden Smith? It's probably the political economic state of the world, and I'd be lying if I said that didn't come to my mind too, because that's all I can think of. Now, it's not like Jaden Smith was one of the biggest celebrities in the entire world, and then this one clip happened and then it ruined his entire reputation. I mostly knew him as the guy from Karate Kid, the remake that came out 10 years ago, or even just the little kid that was in The Pursuit of Happiness, which is a really good movie. And then also, a lot of people just knew him as the son of Will Smith. Now, looking at his track record, I can't really find anything or even remember him doing anything bad. He's just a celebrity child, and he's maybe a little entitled when he's a little kid. But now growing up and years going on, I kind of understand what he means. I don't think that he predicted what was gonna happen with COVID and everything. It's just the world is in such a weird state right now. Inflation has destroyed everything. The housing market is so bad, you can't even buy a house. My professor in class the other day was talking about how him and his wife are just worried they won't even be able to get a house or lease anything, and that they can only live in an apartment. And I was just thinking, like, did Jaden Smith predict this? Did he know what was gonna happen? My professor showed us this Wall Street Journal article. It's talking about how a lot of people just don't have a lot of passion for their jobs and what they're doing in society. And not to be all like, oh, the world is ending, but it just really opened my eyes. And even my professor who showed us all this information was a little concerned about future generations and how many people really want to work or are going to be happy with the jobs that they do. We get really distracted at a lot of dumb things, and then there's a lot of real problems going on, and they start to realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't. I mean, not to look at the political economic state. One thing that you can't take away from Jaden Smith is how he stood up to Shane Dawson, the creep, who was creeping on his 11-year-old sister. I think that's something respectable that you can't take away from him. I've just been really tired of seeing the same joke used over and over again on. It's the same joke. I feel like we could be more creative. He's had more embarrassing moments in the past.
Last verse was before the award show. Icon tatted on my torso. I don't have icon tatted on my torso. I can already see the comments on this video because I can see into the future.
One funny thing, but if you look at Google Trends and you type in the political economic state of the world, you can see all the peaks it had in society, and somehow it peaked above quarantine. A point in the world where everyone was doubting what was going on, the economy was really tanking. I tried to find any clips or videos of Jaden Smith actually responding to this because it went really viral on the internet, and I did find one tweet, and he just was kind of playing into the joke but saying that he doesn't care that much about the political economic state of the world, even though what he said is extremely embarrassing, cringy, and just hard to watch. It's almost been 6 years since that one video came out, and I can't help but feel like he's probably changed as a person, has matured, and regrets that moment so much. Either way, Jaden Smith, I forgive you. Next time I see your face on YouTube or anything, I'm not going to use the same overused joke and think of you as the political economic state of the world guy, but just the guy who's the son of Will Smith.